Hi, everyone, and welcome to the weekly angel message for the week of November 17, 2019. I'm spiritual coach Lisa Hopp. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much. I hope that you check out all the videos and all the podcasts that I have loaded here. And be sure to check out my website, lisahopp.com. There's also a link below for everyone to get your own personalized angel message, ascended master message, or spirit guide message, if you would like to do that. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. I appreciate all of you wonderful, beautiful people. I want to take a deep breath right now. Inhale and just exhale with a sigh. This is a more balanced week. In tarot, it would probably be labeled as the Temperance card. Just a balancing has kind of come over a little bit more. And the divisive, kind of chaotic kind of energy that has been around us is more kind of pocketed. It has its own factions lately, and I think that's good, especially as we go into the holiday season. I wanted to take a moment and just talk very personally to you as to why I decided to channel from the angels on this particular channel. The angels in my entire life, since the moment I was born, too many decades ago, they've always been there. They've been a saving grace. They've rescued me at times when I needed it. They have been the stranger that comes out of nowhere before cell phones to help me get gas. They have been there when I was diagnosed with cancer. I have felt their presence. I have seen their signs. I know that they are real. Many times in this very physical world, we have to see it in front of us to believe it, don't we? The angels are always showing themselves in front of us. To me, the evidence is overwhelming. This week, and I hope you listen to my podcast, please do. It's available here, but also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker.com. I'm not trying to advertise. But I got very personal this week. I get personal every week a little bit more. There's something about the microphone that's better than the camera for me, but I'm working on it. And I shared that I had I shared I had a disappointing experience, more than disappointing. I've been experiencing a tremendously positive shift lately. Everything's been working out for me. I've been on a bit of a high. However, this week, on Saturday, my hot air balloon was pooped. Bang! Crash landing. No physical pain, but crash landing. And it put me, well, it put me into a bit of a funk, a depression. And I had to record my podcast right after that. So it was a bit more emotional, I feel, than maybe I normally would go. But I've gotten tremendous, wonderful, positive feedback from it. It speaks to people, and so that's why I do this. So I'm very grateful. And Saturday evening, by the way, when I received this news, it was large. It wasn't just a disappointment. I was in the middle of my work day, and so I had to put it aside, and I can do that. Somehow I can do that. I put it aside, and I met one-on-one with my clients. I went about my day. But that evening, when I was all alone again, in my room, I was away. As if you saw last week's tape, you know I was away in Virginia. I'm back now. And so I was in my hotel room at the desk, and I have my cards out, so I'll put these down. I was kind of basically sitting at the desk doing this. And when I was doing that, I was trying to get my faith back. Everybody who has ever been on this earth, whether it was Mother Teresa or Jesus or the most holiest person you may know, go through a time of faith that's challenged, a lost night of the soul, so to speak. And I was going through that. And I was telling my helpers, my angelic helpers, and whomever else was there, my departed loved ones, whomever else was there to listen, that I was tired. I was not only physically tired, my will was tired, my spirit was tired, and I didn't know what to do, but I wanted to do something about it. And as I was sitting there with my hands over my head, trying to figure out how to get this faith back and what was next to do, a presence came up behind me, a very loving, warm presence. I felt the physical body of this presence. I felt the hands of this presence put their hands on my shoulders. And then one hand lifted behind my head as if to cup it. And I knew that there was either a being or a departed loved one that loved me very much and was just there to console me. And I didn't ask what it was or who it was. I just said thank you in my mind. I may have even said thank you out loud. I was very grateful. And I did feel slightly better. And then I went about the rest of the time since then, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, up to this day. I've been working on building and building and building that faith again and getting to what's next. And just sometimes saying, why does there always have to be a next? Why can't I just float above it? We have in our world ascended masters, here and beyond. They can float above it. They're not of their bodies anymore. Jesus was one. Saint Germain. They're beyond what their physical body needs. They don't even age anymore. St. John Newman is another one. Padre Pio. I'm working on that. You don't get just the keys and then you do it. It's a journey. It's a process. And the greatest teachers and the greatest masters can descend out of their body and just be the teacher. Just be that helper. And I do want to get there. But for right now, I'm very much, probably like a lot of you, I'm very much of the physical body still. And that physical body needed some rejuvenation this week. Well, over the week, I'm back at it. I'm feeling positive again. I'm back on my mission. I've added some things I've tweaked. And I know with faith and love, unrelenting, that I'm all right and that I'm going to be all right. Now, sharing this message with you, is not meant to cause you worry. I'm fine overall. Okay, I'm actually doing quite well. I just had a bang. Just had a moment where the balloon was popped. And like anything, like anyone, like a phoenix, I could rise again. And I am. I want you all to know that every single second of your life, there is someone there for you in the same way they were there for me. A presence. Whether you feel them or not, they have a hand on your head and a hand on your shoulders. They are departed loved ones. They are angels. They may even be a Blessed Mother Mary or a Jesus. Whomever they are, you're never left alone because you are that loved. You are seen as that magnificent, as perfect, even though we know all of us can be a screw up at times. When I was 3 years old, I figured out the timing because of life events. I knew that I was here to be a spiritual teacher. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what I should do, but I knew it. And I always wanted to be a helper. I always wanted to be ministerial. which is why I come to you with these videos. Viewers, I am not perfect. I have far to go. But I feel very blessed, very happy, very honored to be able to channel from the angels to you, to be able to help you, if it does, to hopefully inspire you, to give you what you need, to give you what you seek. And as long as I can, I will be there. And I hope that's good news. I also want to say to you that we are coming to the most emotional time with the holidays. Whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or just New Year's, whatever, it's the time that we are challenged. And I'm going to be with you every step of the way. You may see me in an ugly sweater and a Santa hat, but I'm going to be on here. And I'm going to remind you every step of the way that you are not alone, that you are loved, that you are celebrated, that you are a creation of the highest source, made in that image and likeness. And I'm happy to do that. So I have no idea right now where the angels are going with their message, but I can tell you that that was part of it. Because I was divinely guided to do that through a wonderful human being, but also through other signs. And I hope, apparently some of you needed to hear that, and I needed to say it as well. So thank you again for joining me. Let's get to a message for this week and what the angels would like to guide you to concentrate on. So I'm going to call them in, as you may know if you followed my other videos that I mostly channel from Archangel Michael, but any angel that wants to show up, any saint, any ascended master, anybody, any being that is of God is welcome. So let me see who'd like to join us today. Join us today. Gabriel, Michael. Gabriel is the archangel of projects, of creativity, the messenger of births, as some of you may know. Archangel Michael is the warrior. He has the massive ability, unlimited ability to help you and a country at the same time. It very much fights for the energies, the protection of this earth that we live on. Just said to you, I love you all. Uriel is also here. It's a bit of that worker, a bit of that connection between heaven and beyond and here. I'll put it that way. Okay, we're going to begin. Of the seconds of time that you give to everything and everyone else, this is the week to give to yourself. Many of you have already felt transported into stress. We want you to be able to see beyond that. We are always there to console. We are always there to give you, to channel for you what you need to hear. We often come in signs, such as numbers, feathers, words, and other strengths that you are given. Words that may come from a stranger or from a friend that's returning after a long time away. We just want you to know that you're not alone. And the stresses will soon begin that will build and build and build. And some of you listening will find a change in your employment by the end of this year. but we tell you don't give up. Also, don't fear that. Don't fear it may be you. Just know it is for the better. And as you move along, you are never alone. We will always be there for you in each and every way, because you are so loved. Some of you during this coming season will feel very alone. Of course, we want you to avoid feeling that. We want you, instead of allowing yourself to feel alone, praise yourself. Praise who you are. Have confidence. Know that you are worthy. Know that you are valuable. Know that you are loved. Know that you are trusted. Prepare for that feeling at times, that you are all alone in how you feel. But also have confidence that that is not reality. And try to cast aside any doubt that we are there. We will help you through it all. You can have confidence in that. They want me now to draw a card. Today we're using the Saints and Angels card again from Doreen Virtue. I always feel drawn to what decks I use, which is the angels telling me which ones to use. So I'm going to shuffle the cards right now. This is a general message for all of you. And then we'll go to the pick 3, which is the opportunity for you to have a more specific, concise message. You get split into groups of 3 is what I'm saying. All right, so we're going to shuffle the cards right now. We're going to pick more than one, but I'm not sure how many I'm going to pick right now. The layout right now. Okay, we are there. We are there. I'm going to pick 4. Yes. Okay, here we go. Here's the first card, the first advice, the first guidance that the angels would like you to focus on for this coming week. Learning experience. The angel on this card is on their knees in prayerful form. This harkens back to me this previous week and some of you who knew that what was happening to you, what was happening to me, was not about bad luck or lack of faith or what I deserve or what I don't deserve. It was to help me learn. What do I need to learn now? The angels want you to contemplate this week what it is that you are meant to learn now. What are you meant to learn from a relationship, people, life, your work, your faith? What is the next step in your evolution, in your creative life, in your creative self? If it is a smooth week for you, then you only have to contemplate what will be next after this. But if you find that you're going through a bumpy ride, ask your guides, ask your angels, ask heaven, what is it that you now want me to learn? That is the purpose that is to be contemplated this week. That is the purpose for all the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, the bumps in the road. What is the lesson? What do I need to learn? Contemplate that this week. Okay. Here we go. One more time. The next card, the child. The child. It's time, viewers, beautiful people, to get back to your inner child, the child within. The angels want you to enjoy this coming week. much like the child that was in you long ago, whether that child existed long ago or whether you always wanted the child within you to come out, because not all of us had a great childhood in many ways. So it comes back to being that child that you were or the child you wanted to be. Let yourself laugh more this week. Let yourself be inspired. Watch funny movies. Get into the colors. The season is already upon us. As I told you in the last angel message, or as the angels told us, the holidays were starting much earlier this year. I'm not letting it, I am fighting it off because I love Thanksgiving and I don't want it to be swept under the rug. But it's hard sometimes. The carols are everywhere. The colors are everywhere. The commercials are everywhere. But if you are swept up this week, or even if you're not swept up this week, concentrate on the child within you. Let it out. Have fun. Laugh. Play. Play. Do what's fun and enjoyable this week. Watch a funny movie. Get out with friends. Whatever that means for you. Laugh. Third card, excuse me, marriage. Now, marriage is not just between two people. Marriage is a commitment, a contract. It's a marriage between employers. It's a marriage between people. It's a marriage between a parent and a child. Marriage is that connection, that commitment, that holy bond. This week, whether you concentrate on an actual marriage or in a relationship in your life that needs to be enlarged or solidified or formed, this is the week that the angels ask you to do it. They also ask of you, I'm being told to say, to be who you truly are in it as well. Honor yourself in your relationships this week, no matter what they are, where you find that you have to. Okay. If it is between you and a spouse or significant other, honor who you are in that commitment. Allow it to thrive. Be open in your communication with each other, expressive. You see, this week is the setup for the rest of this year. And so this week, it's important to be on the same page. It's important to know where you stand. It's important to start to prepare for 2020 and all the wonderful changes that can happen there. So this week, focus on having strong relationships in all of your life, whether it's traditional marriage or whether it's with a friend or associate or boss. This is the week to solidify those relationships, to make all of the relationships in your life a strong marriage. Perhaps for some of you, it's also a week to take those vows or to pop the question. Get it done. Last card from the angels this week. Focus on peace. Make this week peaceful. As I said, we're a bit in a faction kind of time where those that would not want to promote peace are been made smaller. They're in smaller groups now. And that's a good thing. It's going to be a better thing when they're wiped out and we have complete peace on earth. But for right now, this week, don't get drawn into the dramas. Make your life much more peaceful. Live in the moment. Pray. Meditate. As you've already been told, laugh. This is the week to do that. It's very, very important for your abundance, for your health, for love in your life and promoting it. It's pick a card time. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. The deck I'm using for this particular layout is going to be the Angel's Abundance deck, also by Doreen Virtue and her son Grant. I just wanted to use this deck honestly because I've only used it once, so I wanted to give it an opportunity today. And it might actually, I bet I wouldn't be surprised always. I don't know why I even said this, I'm saying this, but of course some of these cards are going to connect to what the angels just said to you. So I'm going to shuffle these right now, and yes, later on today, I will put on the time so that at this point you can skip to your number if you're 2 or 3, okay guys? But yes, sometimes all 3 are meant for you. So use your gut. You have a God-given intuition. Use it for right now for what number you're meant to choose. I'm going to go one more a little bit. No, I feel it's like I gotta feel it's right. A minute. I feel like I gotta do it like that. They keep making me go in. Okay. Ooh, sticky. Okay. Awesome. Okay, you ready? Card number 1. Number 1's Dreams of Abundance this week. The card says, as you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Number 1, this is your week to manifest. This is your week, whether you write in a journal or type it up on your computer or make a vision board. My vision board is right now blocking the sun a bit because it was very bright. It's a very bright day here. So I use a vision board. It's my second vision board because my first one I accomplished. Everything manifested. So whatever tools you can use this week, intentions are also good. Intentions are with your being, with your soul, with your mind, with your heart. You know without a doubt that something will come into you. Knowing, intentions, tools, use them this week to manifest not only what you want now, but what you would also like to manifest for the coming year. So number 1's, as heaven will tell you always, what you dream into abundance, what you manifest into abundance is yours, right? Whatever you ask for, you receive. So manifest. What you ask for will come. Number 2's, you're not manifesting this week. You've already manifested it. Now it's time to do the work. Beautiful card. The card says, it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive action steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So you're in action step time. Ask, believe, receive. In believing, you take the action steps to bring into physical reality and awareness that which you've already manifested. So number 2's, this is your week for action. Start the project, go shopping, apply for the job, go to the interview. Whatever it is that whatever action steps need to be taken, this is your week to do it. And like the 1's, your actions will pay off. So promote yourself, no more stalling. It's time to take action this week, number 2's. Number 3's, this is your week for donations, tithing, giving of yourself, getting your clothes in the bags to be donated, giving to your favorite charity, giving of yourself, giving of your time. Give joyfully to the organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, or other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. Now, for one or more of you, you don't really want to do that this week. What I mean is, what they're telling you to do this week, angels, you're not really going to be inspired to do. But I can tell you honestly that if you do it, it will be paid back to you. I feel that some of you, it gets paid back more by the end of December, but it will come back. You will be in the abundant flow. So even if you don't feel like doing it, even if you don't feel that what you're giving to you deserves it, even if it's about helping a personal person such as a family member or a friend, and you're kind of doing it out of obligation, trust and know that what you're giving out this week, threes, will be returned to you tenfold or more. Okay? I'm going to shuffle one more card here, give one more card as just one last guidance, one last, what do they want to leave us with this week from the angels? Okay, 1 second. They say again, we want you to know you're loved. Successful funding. I'll read the card, but I know exactly what they're talking about. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. This is what the angels are saying to you this week, guys. You can afford whatever you want to do. Does that mean that you should go out and try to buy a jet? Well, if you want to. What they're saying is, do not live in fear of lack of money, lack of resources. There are infinite resources in this universe. All you have to do is ask and believe. They're by your side. They will make sure that you are taken care of. They will make sure that you have all that you need. Okay? You're not alone. So as you go further into this holiday season, further into the end of the year where things are due and we're strapped more. Know that we're not really strapped more, that you are loved and you are provided for. Just ask. Just ask, guys, okay? Thank you so much for joining me for this weekly angel message. Remember, I hope this makes you happy. Fingers crossed it does, that I'm going to be with you more during this holiday season, channeling from the angels, giving you guidance, perhaps some other things I'll be doing as well. Maybe even going a little bit forward to departed loved ones a little bit too. Whatever I feel inspired to do over the next couple of months, I will be doing, because that's what I'm here for. So I do hope you'll join me, and I wish you a very blessed week. And thank you again for all that you do in your support of my channel and in support of my work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, you are loved more than you know. God bless you.